Good morning everybody, wee Paddy from across the shuck, and this is a bit of a different wee video this morning. I'm going to pull my iPad in. A wee bit of a story first, which is nothing unusual for me. My daughter-in-law, bless her, her grandmother passed away a couple of weeks ago, and they've been in clearing out the house, as you have to do, which is not a nice job. But they found a couple of knives, and between my daughter-in-law and her father, they said, give them to Stephen, and because I wanted to clean them up and sort of bring a wee bit of life back into them again, rather than let them just be, you know, thrown out, because anybody who didn't like knives would probably just have thrown them out. So this is the picture. I wish I'd have taken more, but yesterday I was that excited that I just ploughed on as normal. I put pictures on my Instagram and my Facebook page. I'm a member of Jimmy Slash private one. So this is the picture of it, and if I can bring that up close for you, if you can see that blade, it was like a step ladder all the way down the side, where it had been badly rusted and the blade's a bit tarnished or whatever. But all in all, for something that had been lying in a garage for we don't know how long, and it's a Mora, which is lovely. I mean, I love my Moras. There was somebody on last night actually said, as a new sub had said that they loved Moras, so this will be right up his street for his first video. So that's the picture of it. I say I wish I'd have taken more, and I wish I'd have done video of me cleaning it, but carried away. Anybody who loves knives will know what that feeling's like. You just well, for me, I just go headlong into it and get, so it took about 4 hours yesterday of working, and this is the wee knife now. I didn't bring it up to a brand new look because I didn't think that's what the knife deserved. This had been her grandfather's work knife, as far as we know, and as such I wanted to keep it as a work knife. I didn't want to take it. Has been badly scratched. It's been I think it's been done on with sharpened on walls. A typical old working knife, do you know what I mean? Or stones, rough old stones it's been sharpened on, as in sharpening stones. But so I didn't take it to this brand new super clean finish. It's back to razor sharp again. Well, it's very sharp, as most Moras can be, because it's a Scandi grind, although it has been pretty well battered. I've put sort of a secondary bevel at the end of it just to keep it there, to keep the sharpness there. But there we go. This is what I'm going to weigh it first. I'm going to get the stats out of the way first. And while I'm doing this, I'll ask you if anybody knows anything about Moras. They know sort of roughly what age this would be. If they would let me know afterwards, I'd be eternally grateful, because we're trying to put a date on it. So, let's get that. Let's have it that way. It is 4.3 ounces in the sheath. It is 2.8 ounces out of the sheath. And let's go to them other funny things. What is it? Grams. There we go. Out of the sheath grams is 81. And in the sheath it is 120. So that's that bit out of the way. And size wise, let's go size wise. So it is, we'll do the centimetres first, about 21 centimetres. The blade cutting length is 10 centimetres. So in real money, that is about 8 1/4, and the blade length is, the cutting length of the blade is just over 4, about a 4 1/8 of cutting blade. So I'll leave this here now. The sheath is absolutely lovely. It's still really pliable. It's just a belt loop, and it's still so soft. I don't know how. That is probably what has saved the knife from deteriorating more. But if you see on the front of that, you'll see it's not Mora Frost or Mora Knife, whatever way it's pronounced, but it's got that. It's got the Mora crest on the front of it, and it just simply says Mora. So it's in great condition. The leather, everything, absolutely. I haven't had to do a thing to that. Now I'm going to put some coconut oil on it just to keep it supple. So now this is the blade, and this, I'll just bring this up to you now. This is what I done to the blade, and I am so pleased. I'm going to bring this wee light over a bit. No, it's not doing it much good. Anyway, there's the blade. I am so pleased with how this blade came out. as I say, I didn't scrub the back of this. I cleaned it all and took the blackness off it, if you like. The dirt was horrendous coming off it. But the blade itself, I think you'll see now, is in such better condition. And that was done, I had to use diamonds to get it back. And then I used my little new hand sharpener, the ceramic side on that, to sharpen it, and then stropped it for quite a while just to bring it up to sharpness. So there we go. If I turn it around again, I'll let you see. See, this is by no means perfect because this was a working knife. If you can see the edge I put at the bottom, it is lovely. Now, the bit that I wanted to show you is just here. If I bring this up to the camera, and I hope you can see this bit here, says Mora, and then it says, it's like, to me it looks like CA, so I'm not sure what that is. If you can see that, that's probably better, that's clearer now. So I'm not sure what that is, but the knife now, I'll bring a wee bit, I hate doing paper cuts, but that's why I hate doing paper cuts, because they really don't tell you anything. Oh, Stephen. There you go. It's a lovely working edge. This paper's been lying in this room, so it's probably damp. This is my wife's sewing room, but it's a lovely edge on it. So, apart from the bad cutting, I'm really pleased. Really, really pleased. Like I said, I put a wee edge at the bottom just to keep it there. The wood I haven't even had to touch, but it's such a comfortable grip. This little knob at the end of it really locks your hand in, and you can actually push back against it. If you were doing that motion, there's nothing to stop you sliding up the knife. But with this butt at the back, you can actually force your hand against the butt, and it holds it really solid if you were doing a bit of, feathering or whatever in wood. Beautiful. There's a fuller along this side and along this side. Oh, I'm not getting a great picture. A fuller along there as well. An absolutely beautifully balanced knife. I just love it. It's a little bit off. You can sort of see that. It's a wee bit off centre. And to be honest with you, I haven't tried to push it too much. I will use this knife. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I will use it. And what I do, my son and my daughter-in-law, they have 4 children, and he has one daughter from his previous marriage, but their eldest son, I think, is the one who should take on the keeper of this. So when he's 18, I'm going to give this to him, and or his dad can decide when the time is right. But I just think it's such a lovely knife, and I'll look after it until then. He's only a youngster at the minute. He's still in primary school, so there's plenty of years for him to get it. So I am just over the moon with it. I just loved it. And the pleasure of being able to take something that's old and take something that's obviously had a great working life and bring it back to life again. And I know that first wee bit, this is damp paper. It really is a lovely edge on it. And if I can get away from the damp end of the paper, it's just beautiful. And I really do appreciate my daughter-in-law giving it to me. It means, things like this mean more than, there's no monetary factor in them. They just mean something personal. So I will treasure this, look after it, and then pass it on to their eldest son when the time is right, when his dad says the time is right. So there we go. There's nothing much more I'm going to do. I'm not going to say much more because I don't know a lot about it. But what I can do is, I like my Moras and I like wood whittling. There's a Mora. There's a modern day Mora with a wooden handle. I would use this for whittling. And my other Mora that you've all seen before is my Mora that I take for bushcraft. I now have 2 bushcraft knives. So I mean, the progression, if you can see the old wooden handle, this is still in use today. And this is the shape of the wooden handles compared to the older shape. But I'll bring that up so you can just see. This is the shape of the Moras now compared to what they used to be. I'm not even sure what this wood is. I think it's something similar to that, except it's varnished. So have one last look, and if anybody knows anything about it, please let me know. Or if anybody knows where I can go to find out about Moras, please let me know. And thank you very much for watching. To me, this was just, I left this video too late. I should have done it yesterday, but there we go. I'm a knife addict. Sometimes I just can't stop myself, and I get carried away. But I had so much pleasure. I hope you enjoyed seeing it, because yeah, you know, it's not every day we see, especially I think more over in this side of the pond, it's not every day we see such old knives. Our old knives sort of went to America, and they were made for America. They weren't kept here. They were sent to America, the old good knives. Now this is Swedish, so, but I'm drivelling, aren't I? Yeah, shut up, Paddy. Right, I'm away. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was of interest to you, and if you can help me, please let me know. Take care. All the very best, and the top of the morning to you all. Bye bye now. Bye.